Good afternoon, students. How are you all? I hope that you all are safe and busy with your assignments and all. Now I am here with the second lesson, electrostatic potential and capacitance, right? And in this two separate topics are there in this lesson. One topic, that is electric potential, will be taken by Ajad sir, and electrical capacitance I will teach. Okay, so we have already done the electrostatic potential meaning. What is electrostatic potential? It is the amount of work done in bringing unit positive test charge from infinity to that particular point without acceleration due to a source charge. What do you mean by without acceleration? Means when we bring a charge, suppose this is a test charge, source charge, and I am bringing the test charge here. I brought here, I have done some work against the force of repulsion or attraction, whatever it is, and I left it, this charge. Then this charge, this configuration should not be disturbed by any other force. Like that we have to apply the work. Means if I keep the charge here, it should be here only, even though I remove the work done here. Right? So that is called without acceleration. Neither the test charge should move nor the source charge should move. The configuration should remain as it is. That is called without acceleration. Right? Without exerting any force after arranging this configuration, there should not be any disturbance to the configuration. That is called without acceleration. That is called electric potential. And the formula is V is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R, where R is the distance from the source charge to the test charge, where the point P we are considering here, plus 1 coulomb charge. Okay. So that is it. What is electrostatic potential energy? Same definition, only the difference is in potential we are bringing unit positive test charge, and here we are bringing only Q naught test charge, given charge here. So electrostatic potential energy is defined as the amount of work done in bringing a given charge Q naught from infinity or from one point to another point due to a source charge without again any acceleration. That is called electrostatic potential energy. The expression is, what is it? Q naught upon 4 pi epsilon naught R. It's clear? Okay. Now what is the SI unit of potential? We have already studied 1 volt. 1 volt means 1 joule upon 1 coulomb. What is the formula for potential? Work done per unit charge, W by Q. So 1 volt is equal to 1 joule upon 1 coulomb here. The dimensional formula for potential is ml square T raised to minus ml square work done, that is joule, ml square T raised to minus 2 upon charge. Charge means A into T. So the answer is ml square A raised to minus 1 T raised to minus 3. This is the dimensional formula for what? Potential. Got it? Now, what is the dimensional formula for potential energy? Same. You know that energy is nothing but joule, SI unit, and the dimensional formula is ml square T raised to minus 2. Okay, so these are the just fundamentals. Before we start the capacitance, I would like to remind you the electrostatic potential and potential energy. Okay, clear? Now let us move to the capacitance. What is capacitance? Actually, what is capacitor? Capacitance. I need in electronic circuits and electrical circuits to store the charge. Maximum charge I want to store at one place in a device, and whenever I want to use it, I can use it by taking the charge from it. So that arrangement we call it as capacitor. In what way and all, what is the principle and what is the capacitance and all, we will study here. So what is capacitance? It is nothing but ability to store maximum amount of charge. That is charge at rest, electrostatics, energy. Electrostatic energy we are accumulating at one point, at one device, on one device. That is called capacitor, and this is called capacitance. Ability to store maximum amount of charge or maximum amount of electrostatic energy. It's clear to all? Okay. Now what is a capacitor? Let us find out how this capacitance. First of all, we will add the charge here. Let us recall our lesson number 1, first basic properties of the charge. Charge can be added. You know that it has additive property. right? So there is a force of repulsion if same charges are there. For that I would like to take an example. Suppose I have taken plus 10 coulombs of charge here. Look here, plus 10 coulombs of charge is already present here. Okay, then I want to add up plus 5 coulombs more to this. There is a force of repulsion. I have to do some work, potential. First, step by step I will add the charge here. First plus 1 coulomb I will add up, then it will become 11 coulombs here. I have done some work here, W. Then again plus 2 coulombs I will add. This time same amount of potential I can't apply because potential also will increase. You know potential meaning. What is potential? Amount of work done. First plus 1 coulomb I brought here, I have added here. Okay, then it has become 11 coulombs. I have applied V potential. Now again plus 1 coulomb I want to add. Will I apply the same amount of potential? No, it will also increase. So as the charge is increasing, adding here, the potential also increases. They are directly proportional. So I have written here, the charge added to a conductor is directly proportional to potential. To remove this proportionality sign, we will write Q is equal to CV, where C is called electrical capacitance. Electrical capacitance, or C is equal to Q by V. Here you may get one doubt. What is that? Madam, why can't we write V is proportional to Q? I don't write because here Q is, one is independent variable, another is dependent variable here. Because I am adding up charge, that is my dependent variable, because it is independent variable. That is why Q is proportional to V I will write here. We don't write V is proportional to Q. It is also same, but mathematically we write like this only, right? Q is proportional to V, Q is equal to CV, C is equal to Q by V. So what is the unit here? 1 farad. That is, what is the formula? C is equal to Q by V. What is C? C is capacitance, Q is charge and V is potential. So we write the 1 farad is equal to 1 coulomb upon 1 volt, right? 1 coulomb upon 1 volt. 1 coulomb upon 1 volt is called farad. In the name of the honor of the scientist, farad we says here. Farad is the SI unit of capacitance, right? Okay. So we write here dimensional formula. Dimensional formula of charge is A into T. Dimensional formula of V is, you know that ml square A raised to minus 1 T raised to minus 3 here. Just now we found here. So the dimensional formula of capacitance is given by m raised to minus 1, L raised to minus 2, A raised to 2 and T raised to 4. This is the dimensional formula of capacitance here. Okay. Now generally capacitance unit farad is very, very large unit. So that is why what we do is 1 microfarad we say. What is the meaning of micro? 10 raised to minus 6. So 1 farad is equal to 10 raised to minus 6 farads. 1 mu f. What is mu f here? We write like this here, this symbol. 1 mu f is nothing but 1 picofarad, that is 10 raised to minus 12 farads here. Okay. So children, I think you must have understood the introduction of capacitance. Now in the next class, we will study about the capacitance of a spherical conductor. Okay. See you. Bye bye.